let's just play it back one more time.
Okay. I can be mayor of the city. Come earn the scholarship so I ain't gotta take a loan. Now, hey, peace, what you wanna do when you grown? Harvest the education to bring green home. So much to learn, I was never in school board. About to graduate, started from a school board. I can be a reporter reclining in the newsroom. Stop the violence as police when I come through. I told my mom her son gon' shine heat waves. Maybe be a fireman and keep the heat tame. I told my mom her son gon' shine heat waves. Accurate forecast, Doppler radars can see me. I can be the next Sean Williams. Bring an opportunity to children. Like the skyline, we in the building. Show out like Lincoln Freedom. Come feel me.
I can't achieve this. Be all that I can be. In life I can succeed.
Got goals, dreams, visions, education, and so much ambition. No matter where you from, no matter where you live in, study, work hard, and you'll accomplish the mission. You will. Dreams, I'm just living them out, and I follow them like they had a Twitter account. With education, yeah, you'll thrive. You can be a musician and impact lives. Powerful mind, you don't wanna waste. Life's a game of chess, you get the checkmate. We all ain't gotta be athletes. You can still play ball, study hard, and be elite. You ain't gotta run the streets. Just open a book and read. Yeah, and everything you achieve, I promise you. Cause we can be, yeah, we can be.
I can't achieve this. Be all that I can be. In life I can succeed.
Okay, I can hold the key to the city. I can be on 107.5 like City. I'ma go to school, I'ma go get it. Or even run a school, new superintendent. Tell him I'ma shine like a dentist smile. Watch me go recreation on his instrumental. High school credits for college credentials. Had a dream and multiply what you can do. Just perfect, make practice. You can go around the world, no atlas. Just start with your homeroom classes. 7:30, get up off the mattress. Okay, 1 + 1 = 2. Success, you can U plus school. Attitude determines your altitude. So do what you gotta do, stay in school.
I can't achieve this. Be all that I can be. In life I can succeed.
Hi, I'm Dan Michalko. Welcome to the first edition of Columbus City Schools, The Good Show. It's a program all about the great things happening in the Columbus City schools. And what you just saw was a new rap video from Columbus Mayor Mike Coleman encouraging teens to stay in school because then they can do great things as they grow up. It was also produced by Columbus Television, Groove U, and Through Mind's Eyes with local rappers Marquise Mitchell and William Pace, both of whom attended Columbus City Schools. The cool thing about this is Groove U now offers 5 scholarships to Columbus City Schools students to attend their university to learn audio production and do things like rap videos. Now we're here at the downtown high school with Columbus City School Superintendent Dr. Dan Good. Hi, Dr. Good.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
It's good to be here.
And we're also joined by two student ambassadors from the downtown high school. I'd like to introduce you to Jeffrey Menshouse
Yes, sir.
And to Jasmine Humphreys. Hi.
Yes, hi.
Welcome. How are you two doing today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Just as great as I was 30 seconds ago. Yeah. No, it's really good to have you all here. And we're going to go through and talk about a lot of the things that are going on in Columbus City Schools that are really, really special. The first thing that I want to talk about, though, are partnerships, because that video was produced through partnerships, and Columbus Schools has entered a lot of partnerships that are really great for the Columbus students, and many of them are actually student-driven. To start that off, I'd like to get a few examples, Dr. Good, from you, from your perspective at the center of it all.
I think one of the greatest partnerships is represented by the two individuals sitting here. We have student ambassadors, at least 2 or 3 in either their junior or senior year with Columbus City Schools from every one of our high schools. And it's a pleasure for me to be able to meet with them once a month. And we together came up with the idea of bringing the show to you, bringing our story to the community through this program. And so one of our most important partnerships then would be the students and, of course, the families and friends that they represent, and also those who will view this program on a monthly basis. The Groove View program represents not only an academic partnership, but also a physical facility partnership. It's actually located in one of our former elementary schools that we leased to Groove View, and they made all sorts of improvements, putting together sound studios and video studios. They have green screen facilities and business classes, all in exchange for our allowing students to attend there. And Columbus City Schools then picks up the fee for scholarships for 5 of those students. And we're very pleased that we announced 5 of those winners this year, and they've begun their first of 2 years at that program.
Well, and to get a student perspective, what's your feedback on that? What do you think about an opportunity like this Groove View and the 5 scholarships?
I think it's a good program because it allows kids to, I don't know, do what they love best, I guess, and give them an opportunity to, you know, succeed at what they like to do.
Now, do you see that as an extension of what the downtown high school does anyway, with the kind of career training that goes on here?
Yes, I do.
Would you take advantage of that if you had known about it even earlier?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, and then and those scholarships, like she said, you know, the opportunity to be in there really makes a difference to families and stuff like that. And I mean, if you have the opportunity, then you can achieve anything.
So you probably have partnerships of your own through the programs you're in here at Downtown High School. You're in which program, Jeff?
Law enforcement.
Law enforcement. And so in that program you're learning and to...
Right, we're learning like anything from tactical takedowns to, you know...
Do you want to demonstrate that on Dan?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Well, let me get my mic off.
But yeah, we learn anything from tactical takedowns to anything in the book, you know, a little bit of Columbus Code and stuff like that. And really the basis of law and where it came from and everything like that to get you prepared for the law atmosphere in college and, you know, everything like that.
And do you spend time then with peace officers, police officers, at the courthouses, with attorneys and judges?
We do have an internship program, and Explorers would be one of them, and I'm currently an Explorer. I'm a lieutenant in the Explorer program, actually. And what we do in there is we go on ride-alongs with Columbus Police. We're expected to be another police officer in the car. And when we go to Columbus Police to get training, they train us just like they would train their recruits. They give us all kinds of training, and it really benefits me here at school because our instructor looks upon me, you know, for a second opinion sometimes, or maybe even the first opinion to, you know, maybe lead the class in something. So it's a great advantage, and we have gone down to the courthouse as a class, but I'm sure that you can, you know, find other internships that you can do during the day or, you know, out of school.
So a partnership with our city safety services and also with the justice system. And Jasmine, what program are you in?
I'm in the legal office program.
Tell us about that.
Well, currently we're learning about different cases, like misdemeanors and more serious cases. We do have an internship. Actually, I did an internship at Nationwide in the summer with an insurance company, and I learned how to input audits in the computer and answer phones and stuff like that. We also do have a field trip to the courthouse downtown, and we watched Judge Green do a couple of cases, so it's interesting. I like it.
And you're both seniors in the programs?
Yes.
Very good. Very good. So those field trip opportunities are other ways that we partner. And one of those field trip opportunities, I believe we're going to see a clip of, where we partner with The Ohio State University in one of the learning laboratories that they have up on Lake Erie.
Yeah, that's right, Dr. Good. In fact, this next field trip was several hundred miles north to Lake Erie. And we sent our reporter, Trudy Giassi, up to find out just how wet and wild a field trip can really be. Trudy?
Thanks, Dan. I'm here at Berwick Alternative K-8, where the students are about to embark on an incredible journey. Let's go inside and check it out. I'm here with Mr. Stoner, 7th and 8th grade science social studies teacher at Berwick Alternative K-8. Mr. Stoner, can you tell us exactly what you're preparing to do here?
Yeah, the students today here are getting prepared for our field trip to Stone Lab. In the computer lab, they're actually answering questions about Stone Lab. They're using the Stone Lab website to figure out a basic history and also kind of get an idea of what they'll be working on when they're up at Stone Lab. They're also using Google and Google Maps and Google Earth to get an idea of where Stone Lab is located, because it is a few 100 miles north of us here in Columbus, and many of them have not been to that area of the state.
I'm here with Mr. Lofbaum, 6th grade science teacher. Could you please tell us what's going on here? What are the students doing right now?
Today we were preparing for Stone Lab. In preparation for Stone Lab, they're going to be using microscopes. They're going to be doing dissection, so they're going to be getting the hands-on perspective when actually going to Stone Lab.
Could you tell us exactly what is Stone Lab?
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, the students have been doing a lot of research on Stone Lab, and maybe it would be best if a few students talked a little bit about what Stone Lab is and what they're going to be doing and anticipating for this trip.
Stone Lab is located on Lake Erie, and it's an island.
I think Stone Lab is going to be kind of cool because, one, it's an overnight camp. Two, it's a real nice chance to learn new things and get a new experience.
I think it's cool that we're going to be dissecting, using a lot of tools, looking into a microscope, and I would like to see the rest and everything.
I think Stone Lab is going to be fun, and we're going to be using probes and scaffolds and stuff like that.
Teachers and parent chaperones helped to keep everything organized as students arrived early at school to load the bus and depart for the 2.5-hour road trip up north. Excitement was high, and students were ready to start this adventure. Jaden, what are you looking forward to most?
Looking forward to be able to be on the island and be able to do things I usually don't do.
I'm excited to do dissections because last year we got to do a lot of dissections, but we never got to dissect a fish.
Have you ever been on a boat before?
Yes.
You?
No, so I'm really nervous about this new experience.
What do you think it's going to be like?
I don't know what it's going to be like. I'm just scared and nervous for whatever it's going to be like.
Students waited patiently for the ferry to take them across Lake Erie to Middle Bass Island. For many students, this was their first time on a boat. One last quick boat ride transported the students to Gibraltar Island, where Stone Lab is located.
Stone Lab has a very deep history here in Lake Erie and doing lake research, so we want to welcome you to that.
Students were engaged in several activities based on Lake Erie ecology and geology. During the fish class, students had the opportunity to learn about fish identification and anatomy through a real fish dissection. Students put on rubber boots and ventured out into the lake to take a macro-invertebrate walk along the shores of the island. Using nets and just lifting up rocks, students were able to find many different organisms that call Lake Erie home. The collection of these organisms helps students to determine the health and quality of the water in Lake Erie. Students helped to collect a water sample from the lake and take it back to the lab for analysis. Students used microscopes to look for and identify microorganisms in the water. During herpetology class, students learned about amphibians and reptiles found around the Lake Erie area. Surprisingly, students were anxious to touch and hold the snakes and turtles. I'm here with Administrator Dr. Bates at Berwick Alternative K-8. How does this benefit the students?
Well, actually, it benefits because if the students actually learn what they're learning in the classroom in theory, and then they have an opportunity to implement it there. It is with the partnership with The Ohio State University, and the students in the 7th grade will be attending. It's part of our ecology focus as an alternative science school, and that makes us our alternative status.
What an exciting trip that was. It is an experience I'm sure the students will never forget. This is Trudy Giassi reporting from Berwick Alternative K-8. Back to you, Dan.
Thanks, Trudy, for that report. Dr. Good, what do you think about this Stone Lab program?
It's an amazing program. More interesting to me would be what you think about it. Does this look like something you'd like to do?
Yeah, I like to get dirty, so it would seem fun.
What about you, Jeff?
I think it'd be an amazing experience for someone to have, especially at that young of an age. I mean, if you have that kind of experience, then you can, see what you're doing there, and then you can take that on to high school, and then, you can kind of get the feel for what you want to do in life. That's amazing.
I think it's one of the things I like most about Columbus City Schools is all of the opportunities like this that exist. Because just like finding out what you're really interested in, it's also important to experiment so that you know what you're not interested in doing the rest of your life. And there are a few districts that offer as many programs as we offer here. And so I'm very excited about that. But how do students get ready for this? What are some of the most basic skills a student has to master in order to be able to take advantage of programs like this? Is there a particular subject you'd recommend people really be strong in order that they can pursue any of their dreams?
I think reading and math are both important. Well, of course you have to read to know how to do stuff. So I think reading and math are important foundations to education.
Jeff, would you agree?
I agree that reading is number one. And then on the second, the second one, I think would be writing. Because if you can't write, then what are you gonna, you need writing. And even if it's just everyday writing, you still need reading and writing, and then math would come third for me.
Mm-hmm.
And what's interesting is the community agrees. If we were doing a survey today, they would also list those same subjects as the most important ones where we really develop the potential of our students so they can pursue these many opportunities. And we're actually engaged in a partnership of our own at the district level with the Ohio State University, where we're teaching Reading Recovery and Literacy Collaborative to all of our third grade reading interventionists. These are 79 teachers that are reading specialists that are helping to close those gaps in achievement for all of our students in grades 3 and below in order to make certain they're ready again to achieve their potential, to pursue their dreams. Sound like a good plan?
Yeah.
Awesome. Want to hear a little bit more about it?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Well, as fate would have it, we have something ready. Sandy Donald is in charge of the third grade reading guarantee for the district, and our Mike Morachi talked to her about the program.
As I stated before, in first grade, we offer our struggling first grade readers reading recovery. Our lowest achieving first graders will receive support from a reading recovery teacher. And then for second and third grade, we also have our part-time hourly certified teachers who work with struggling readers as LLI or level literacy intervention tutors. In addition to those types of intervention programs, we have what we're very proud to call our Reading Support Initiative, and we have coined that Reading Buddies, where we have reached out to our community partners, our parents, and we have invited them into our schools to assist and tutor some of our struggling readers in grades 1, 2, and 3. With our community members coming into the building, one of the things that we've done very differently this year is we have a standard training program. So all tutors through the Reading Buddy program get the same training, the same level, the same high quality training. When we first rolled the program out, one of our charges from Dr. Good was to create a standard training program, and we did do that in the collaboration with the Ohio State University. Currently, we have approximately 256 community members in schools volunteering. We just recently did a training session, so we'll have additional volunteers joining that group of reading buddies that are already in schools. We're also reaching out to businesses. I know that today we have some of our reading support staff that will be at Chase doing a training. For a lot of the larger corporations, as opposed to them coming to us, we're going to them during the training at their site. And then they will work with our one of our office to assign the reading buddies to the schools. Parents want to know what they can do at home to assist with reading, with literacy. So I think that it's very meaningful that they can come in and see a teacher model exactly the types of things that they can do at home to support that literacy instruction. Columbus Metropolitan Library offers a homework help center. and it's open to our students Monday through Friday, and they can go in and receive one-on-one tutoring assistance or one-on-one homework assistance from volunteers, and many of the volunteers are teachers. And they also have a hired staff that is there to assist however they can additionally.
Well, that's great to have the library committing those kind of resources, you know, and not just a space where students can come and do homework, but actually assistance.
They also have the summer reading program. And one of the goals of the summer reading program is to prevent summer reading loss. And so they challenge students to read a certain number of books, and students earn varying awards as they read and complete books. Additionally, in addition to that, they also have a Center for Kindergarten Readiness. And so they work very closely with our pre-K program to identify the things that students would need to know upon entering kindergarten. And they offer a training class for parents of pre-K students who actually don't make it into the program because of space, to teach them how they can support their student at home.
Thanks, Mike, for that report. Dr. Good, what do you think about this third grade reading guarantee?
I think it's important. I also think it's a mandate, so we're going to do it. But the key to me is, what are we doing to help students be prepared to read at grade level 3? And we're doing a number of things. In addition to that literacy collaborative and the reading recovery training for all of our interventionists at third grade and below, we also have volunteers. Over 306 volunteers now that have been trained are in our schools helping assist and serving as reading buddies for our early learners. We also have a number of businesses, 22 different businesses that have adopted schools and spend 20 minutes twice a week coming in, volunteering to tutor and be reading buddies. But in addition to that, some of the people that are sitting right out here actually were instrumental in helping to develop a peer-to-peer program where we have our high school seniors and juniors now actually going into our elementary schools and serving as reading buddies. And I don't know if any of you were involved in that or if it's something you want to be involved in, but I believe all 16 high schools at this point have indicated a willingness to participate. So we're doing everything we can to shore up that skill set so that our third graders are reading on grade level and, again, able to achieve their dreams.
Well, another interesting supplement that helps with reading in the elementary schools, there was a countrywide and country-fied effort to bring the book Otis to schools all across the country, all on the same day. And we're going to learn about that next.
Howdy, y'all! Welcome to Mays Elementary. Today is Read for the Record Day, which is hosted by Jumpstart, in which the entire nation is asked to read the book Otis, and it's to promote early literacy. And so here at Mays, we take it to a whole nother level in which we have the whole school involved. So as you can see right now, we're in our station portion of the day, in which we have many Brookhaven High School students here that are helping to facilitate different activities that are around the book Otis. We had the Carl Road librarian here earlier that did a bunch of interactive read-alouds with the kids, as well as Mr. Graves was here, and he helped to read the book Otis to all of our students as well.
The calf stopped bawling and drifted off to sleep. Is the cow here now? Yeah. Oh, here comes the cow. From that day on, the calf started following the little tractor wherever he went. Put, puff, puttity chuck.
We had several partners work with us today to make this day happen. We worked with the literacy department, we worked with the science department, as well as we worked with Brookhaven High School, and they brought their principal leadership group here to help work with our students and work with the stations. We also reached out to the community, and we have a real live farmer and calf here that came out, as well as the Carl Road Library came out and partnered with us on this day. And this is the second year that the library has worked with us to help bring this day alive for our kids.
Well, that looks like fun. But now we're going to change pace a little bit, and we're going to turn the cameras around to our studio audience, and Dr. Good is going to answer some of their questions. Dr. Good?
How about you?
What's your name and your school?
I'm Willie. I go to Brookhaven. My question is, like regular Columbus City schools like Brookhaven, Beechcroft, why don't we have internships and other things to travel across the world or across the state?
Yeah, Willie asked a really important question. One of the things we are doing is we're exploring those opportunities to embed more of those, what we call career pathways and internship opportunities in all of our high schools. You may be familiar with the grant that American Electric Power just gave to the district, a $5 million grant. Actually, they gave it to Columbus State Community College. And what that will allow is for students like yourself in schools that don't currently have STEM programs to actually participate in those programs, have those internship opportunities. So it's definitely on our radar. We want to expand. But you don't have to go to a school where an internship is offered to participate in those internships. So we have programs, and if Nate, is anybody else here from the summer, engineering internship program? Any of you participate in that? We have students from every school. You want to talk about that for a second?
Well, like he said, I'm James Curry, and
what school?
I go to East High School, and I did the internship at Cornell Cocosin. And you seen all the different types of fields and stuff they would do, like, and all the other ways and stuff they would create buildings and stuff. It was a whole bunch of work that I would not like to do.
But you got paid.
Yeah, it was the upside of it. But yeah, back to you.
You gonna do it next summer?
Yeah.
How about over here, Trent?
I might think about doing that program. It sounds like it's real interesting to be in something like that. I could probably learn a lot, especially thinking about the things that I might go to college for.
I think this program is good. It informs people, and that's it.
I think as long as we can get the word out there on what we're doing here in Columbus City Schools and the different programs that we offer and how unique we are, I think we'll be in good shape. And maybe try to get another career center out somewhere, that one like this one, where we have many types of different programs available for someone to take advantage of.
Good. I think that makes a great wrap to the show. So I'd like to thank everybody for joining us for this premiere broadcast of The Good News here for the Columbus City Schools. I'm Dan Michalka, your host. Dr. Good, thanks very much for joining us.
My pleasure. Thanks especially to the studio audience and our guest hosts.
Jeff and Jasmine, thank you very much for being here as well.
Thanks. Downtown High School.
Yeah, for hosting us.
Yes.
It's been wonderful. Join us again when we produce our second episode. We'll be at another school, but you'll find out by watching our movie. Thanks.